Yeah, no muffler, of course. Alright, machines. Awful. Disgusting. Dirty. Filthy. Loud as fuck. God damn. Fuck, it's right over my head. Son of a bitch president. Yeah, they're probably dropping some sort of toxic nerve gas on me. Yeah, well, on our way to New York, let's stop by that Inmendham guy. Drop some nerve gas on him. That's what they're up to. Anyway, video of mixed subject, I believe. All over the place, no doubt. I will announce first off, and my hair looked so much better last night. Yeah, it really did look good for a change. But back to old straggles, which sucks. Yeah, damn. That shit happens, as they say. Yeah, jeez. I think everybody should have it that rough. Bad hair day. Well, bad hair year and a half. Anyway, alright, where was I? It just depresses me when I think about it. Anyway, what I have become. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, yeah, videos on the website, economics videos. So, yeah, I'll put this on YouTube because it's a WarblesOnALot video, so I better get to his thing first, just so, in case his phone blows up or something. But what an annoying asshole he is. God damn. I mean, you know, he's arguing with me like I'm arguing about his stupid, well, his reasonable idea that we should find a better way to charge batteries than using car engines, because they're not really made for that. You know, they're made to move vehicles. They're not really made to be a charging system. And so, yeah, we could get some efficiencies out of a better charging system. But he talks like, you know, I don't know, like he's got some sort of alchemy thing or something. Like he found out how to do perpetual motion or something. And it's just not that good. He's exaggerating some of this shit. And it's bullshit. And that's all I got to say. I mean, come on. And my argument wasn't that it wouldn't be a good idea to minimize the use of the car to recharge the battery. My argument is that it would be probably better to do it with stationary solar panels that you can point at the sun. That they have a lot of other advantages to being stationary in terms of durability and whatnot. Shit falling on the car, all kinds of crap like that. But anyway, let's not even get into that shit. I'm just saying when the car is moving and the motor's running, the efficiencies of the alternator increase, don't decrease. You know, it's pumping out, as you point out, you know, a horsepower. It's what you're talking about, what, 750 watts compared to your panel, which, you know, at peak is doing 30 at peak. So that's a huge difference, obviously. An alternator can charge a battery pretty quickly by comparison. I mean, obviously the solar panel's free as long as you do deal with your drag equation stuff. I mean, I'm still a little skeptical that you can do it in some zero negative fashion. I mean, if zero added drag was possible, then I think they could make a car with zero drag, which they can't. So that sounds a little bogus to me. Okay, that you can do no drag. I'm not saying you can't minimize the drag, and especially at speeds, certain speeds, you can use the car's bad aerodynamics and improve the car's bad aerodynamics with your add-on. But again, that's just talking about fixing something that's broken for some other reason. Okay, I mean, the car doesn't have to have bad aerodynamics, and it usually has bad aerodynamics because that's a selling point. It doesn't look good if it has good aerodynamics, and it doesn't do what people need, which is give them lots of headroom and luggage room and all the other kind of bullshit that they want. You know, big room for their fatness to billow and roll appropriately into the seats. And it can't do that in an aerodynamic car, apparently. Or else you get into preposterous things where you get windscreens on cars that are, so vertical. It just doesn't even. I don't know. They're too weird. Yeah, they're weird to look through, and they get glare on them and all kinds of weird things. But anyway, that's a whole other separate subject, right? The whole draggy thing. But it is an issue, and for you to say you zero, that's kind of just, I think, an exaggeration. So I'm just going to go bullshit on it. I don't care. You fucking whine and cry all you want, but until you prove it, okay? And proof isn't, I wrote it down in my book. Proof is where you take two cars, you modify one, you don't modify the other. Proof is you install it on one, you run it for a week, then you do exactly the same thing the next week without it installed, or something like that. But then it's going to be all kinds of variables. The weather's going to be different. Other things are going to be different. So you really got to do it with two cars, and run them side by side or whatever. You can approximate some things, but I'm just saying you're talking like, the numbers you're throwing around here. It's like a 3 or 4 mile per gallon increase in performance at least. You're talking 30% in some videos, 20 in others. What the fuck? A 20 mile per gallon car, you're talking 4, 5, 6 miles per gallon more? Oh, come on. And then you talked about the torque. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, so the torque on your car is increased because you have a 30-watt solar panel on the roof. So think about that for a minute. 30-watt light bulb? You're telling me that your car can't run a 30-watt light bulb? I had a 30-watt light bulb on my fucking bicycle when I was a kid. Okay, and yeah, it did make, you definitely felt the difference when I had the generator on and when I had the generator off. I mean, I could feel the difference in how much work was required. But it's just bullshit to tell me that 30 watts of torque, that 30-watt panel's making the difference. No, what's making the difference is the battery's charged and the alternator's off. So again, in my video, I clearly stated it. I said it plainly. I said it as plainly as motherfucking somebody can say it, that it would probably be more efficient for us to have the ability to clutch the alternator on and off, or to just depower it, which is even simpler because it doesn't have any permanent magnets. So yeah, you just turn the alternator off. Okay, there. Now you have your full torque. You run the engine off the battery. You keep talking about the digital chip and the clock, and what the hell was that, Tron? Oh, anyway, I'm not going to go look. And some other bullshit, and I'm like, you're talking milliwatts here. Come on. You could, the amount of energy to run the clock in the car is what? It's not even a AA battery. So come on, get serious. Call like old. Hey dog, how you doing? Hey pup. Yeah, Dalmatian, pretty. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, whatever. Mean dogs though, nasty. Rip your face off. Yeah. Fireman friend. Yeah, not really. Show up at a fire and you crawl your way out of the fire and you come climbing out the window and the dog will kill you. How good is that? It's like that rock is trying to kill me. President probably put it there. Anyway, so anyway, my video, I was kind of specific in my critique. My critique wasn't what you were talking about. You just strawman the fuck out of my argument. And my argument was that I think instead of your, I don't know, $7,000 handmade installation, it would be better just to put the solar panel in a permanent location or semi-permanent where it can be directed at the sun and plug the car into it, recharge the battery, and then run your car with the ability to turn the alternator off in specific circumstances where that would be to your advantage. There. Not that complicated. That's a big dog. Yes, you're a big dog.
I know.
A monster. They're big fucking dogs. People got big dogs. Yeah, I don't like big dogs. I do like them. Don't get me wrong. I like big dogs. But having had dog incidences, having been molested by a big dog, well, all kinds actually. The little ones have molested me worse, but you know, their little wieners don't bother you much. But yeah, those big dogs are just, you know, when things go wrong, they go way wrong. yeah, just whoa, big trouble. So, let's see, I'm not done with warbles yet. So anyway, yeah, my argument is just about, like, yeah, it'd be a good way to find another way to charge batteries. Might even be a good idea to have two batteries, you know, one at home that's always fully charged, throw a few diodes on or whatever, you plug it into your car, and whatever charge the one battery has, it throws into the other battery, keep your car always fully charged, or something like that. But really, this is a silly argument in some respects, because when the alternator's on, you're talking 1,000 watts being shoved into your battery. You know, it's just not even comparable. And if you have that alternator on in circumstances where you could use the drag, if they ran the alternator, you know, off the drive shaft and the gear work, you know, just put it back further in the system, you know, then they could use the alternator as a braking device. So you could put, like, you could regulate it. And so, and it could regulate itself. As soon as the car went in the downward position angle, the alternator would switch on and automatically brake. You know, if you're at all not on the gas pedal. I mean, if your foot's on the gas pedal, then it won't bother braking. But I'm just saying, simple things like that would annihilate the need for the solar panel. You wouldn't need it on the frickin' car, because the car could achieve all of the battery boosting effects it needs. And the point that you make that is a valid one is the real problem is the fact that your battery loses energy just sitting. And so in the just sitting position is when it needs the boost. So no need to plug a panel into the car to do that on top of the car. No need to aerodynamically fuck with the car to accomplish that. So whatever. Again, I will reiterate, do as you please, fucknut. I don't give a goddamn. But don't tell me I'm talking shit, because I'm not. And you may argue and defend all you want, but I don't think there's a defense against the basic arguments I'm making. And so if you want to take on the arguments I'm making instead of the ones you made up, like somehow I was saying the drag used up all the efficiency, or I said that the whole concept is idiotic, which I didn't say, then fuck you and such. Yeah, that's really enough. But it does, you know, I'm just saying there are some glaring issues with cars, you know, where you just say, damn, they should do better than that. But again, the argument is what commercially is viable. And, you know, we see that people are assholes, you know, and they won't go with what's commercial, what's mechanically functional. They want this other bullshit. So anyway, it really doesn't matter though. Anything else? You know, I think I'm done with you. So, good day and such. And whatnot. and so forth. Alright, on to other things. Really isn't much. Yeah, there's economic videos with Nick. So that was sort of interesting. See if I get any more comments or any more gibberish from over there. I did put up 4 proposed ideas. They're all just basically one idea. Well, not really. I mean, the idea is to get rid of the rich and to incentivize work. Yeah, work is a good thing, rich is a bad thing. Not too complicated. Making money on surplus is bad. Making money working is good. Yeah, not complicated. So, yeah. I don't think I'll be getting a counter argument. It's too basic, too obvious, too simple. Nick did make a comment on some other asshole's comment about the whole idea that the system is too complex or you can't fix it because there's too many nuances and all this blibble blabble. And it's just like, why this futility in terms of system design? It's a game. Life is a game. Economics is certainly a game. So you come up with a game theory. You come up when you say, well, what's the game we got so far? We got, the goal is this happiness thing. The idea is to get rich. That's the capitalist model, is everybody's incentivized to get more money so they can live better. And the incentives are for them to do something consumers want, because that's how you get money, is doing what the consumers want. Well, we know that's not really the game. The game is to fuck the consumers, fool the consumers, sham and scam the consumers. But we won't even talk about that. So here's the basic layout. And then you just start detailing how you play the game. What are the frickin' rules of this game? Can you kick the ball with lead feet? You know, lead in your shoes? Can you whap the ball with a stick? What are the rules? And so we just define the rules. What do we want to do? We want to score lots of goals. We want everybody to feel like they win. We want as many people as possible to score. We want everybody to play as hard as possible. You know, so you construct the game. So now you have the rules to decide how to do that. And to say some invisible hand is going to do it is just absolute nonsense. Because that invisible hand will give you power acquisition, and it multiplies. The more money you get, you know, for every dollar you get $3 in power, kind of thing. So it's a multiplier. Surplus breeds surplus. Wealth breeds wealth. This is the problem. It doesn't breed work. There isn't goal scoring. There's just rich man, you know, sitting in the stands, sipping champagne, you know, holding the ball, saying it's my ball. You can't play. You know, and then he'll decide when you get to try to kick a goal, and then he'll steal the credit for the goal and say he kicked it, even though he didn't kick it. You know, this kind of bullshit goes on. And these are all the things you want to get out of the game. And what you want to get in the game is fairness. Simple concepts like that. Fairness is a huge incentivizer. When people are involved in a fair game, they'll play harder. And it's just honorable. It's just the right way to play. But it's all just a game. So to say there's no system, there's no mechanisms, there's no rule book we can write that'll do any better than chaos ball. You know, let the rich man decide our game. Let him tell us how we're going to play and when we're going to be able to work and what we're going to get paid. It's just silly. Absolutely nonsense. We can apply logic. We can see where, at minimum, we can see where the game goes horribly wrong. And we can fix that. Damn it. And it's horribly wrong when you're paying people not to work. Yeah, that's horrible wrong. That's incentivizing the wrong behavior. Duh. Anyway, see if I can find some fish. Ooh, goose poo. Ooh, goose poo. Ooh, goose poo. Fish. Fishy. Hey, fishy, fishy, fishy. Hey, fishy. Oh, fishy, 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 fishy. Alright, well, we'll try it. See how we do. We got some sun. We got fighting fish over here. Pretty cool. That's an aggressive one. I think that's one worth trying. Alright, so we'll see how it goes and such. So forth and whatnot.